Golden hours set along the county line, painting every barn in shades of gold. Pickup trucks kept rolling into town, like they had a story still untold. The first string of lights began to glow as the evening cooled the summer air. Everybody smiled a little wider when they saw the lights above the fair. You climbed down from your daddy's truck, blue jeans, boots, and a white t-shirt. Nothing fancy, nothing borrowed, just the prettiest thing on this earth. A little silver buckle caught the light, your ponytail danced in the breeze. You tucked a wildflower behind your ear, like it grew there naturally. I leaned against my Chevy's hood, trying hard to play it cool. You laughed before I even spoke, still pretending you're too smooth. I shook my head and tipped my hat. You've already got me figured out. You smiled and took my hand, so what are we waiting for now? The Ferris wheel lit up the sky, the band began another tune. Every little light around us started dancing with the moon. Yellow lights and blue jeans, that's how I remember you. Summer nights and country songs beneath the sky so blue. Yellow lights and blue jeans, simple never looked so fine. Every little glowing bulb felt like another sign that love don't need a fancy scene. Sometimes forever starts in blue jeans. We wandered through the livestock barns where little kids brushed champion steers. Parents smiled from folding chairs, proud enough to wipe away tears. The pie judges argued kindly over peach or blackberry. Grandmas traded secret recipes no one ever truly shared. We found the old Fatavri beat still running after all these years. You pulled me inside with a grin, made the silliest faces there. The pictures slid out one by one, 4 tiny moments frozen still. You circled one with a little heart, I keep that picture with me still. Yellow lights and blue jeans still shine inside my mind. Every laugh we ever shared somehow outlasted time. Yellow lights and blue jeans, every summer still feels new. Because no matter where life goes, it always brings me back to you. The dance floor filled beside the stage, fiddle bows were flying fast. Cowboy boots kicked up the dust like they hoped the night would last. The old folks danced with practice steps, young couples guessed their way around. But somehow every spinning pair found the rhythm in that sound. Then fire Fireworks painted crimson skies, reflections shining in your eyes. You leaned against my shoulder without a single word or sigh. Sometimes silence says enough, more than poems ever could. Standing there beneath those lights, everything just felt so good. One day these blue jeans may wear thin, those yellow bulbs may all burn out. The Midway rides may find new towns, and quieter roads may take new routes. But memories don't fade that easy when they're stitched with honest love. They're sewn into old denim pockets and carried wherever we go. Whenever I smell kettle corn or hear a fiddle down the road, I'm 16 once again, walking beside you without a care to hold. Yellow lights and blue jeans, still my favorite summer view. No diamond rings, no fancy things, just another night with you. Yellow lights and blue jeans, shining brighter every year. Every smile, every slow dance still feels like you're standing here. If I could choose one place, one night, one memory to hold forever, I'd choose those yellow lights and those blue jeans. Every single time. The county road grew quiet, the stars stayed awake. Friday rolled around like a long-awaited song. The work week finally faded with the setting sun. Pickup trucks were headed down the county road, 'cause everybody knew the fun had just begun. The banners danced in the warm July breeze. The smell of kettle corn filled the air. There ain't another place I'd rather be than Friday night on the Midway Fair. I dusted off my lucky boots, pulled my favorite pearl snap-on, told Mama I'd be home eventually. She smiled, don't stay out till dawn. My old Chevy hummed its country tune, past fields turning amber in the light. Every mile got my heart beating faster, heading toward another Friday night. Then I spotted you by the ticket booth, holding ribbons in your hand. You waved me over with that easy smile like we never master plan. He teased me about my dusty hat, said it looked older than the town. I tipped it low and took your hand, said it still works when you're around. The band hit the first big chord, the Ferris wheel began to glow. The whole fair seemed to come alive, like it had a heart of its own. Friday night on the Midway, where the whole town comes alive. Strings of lights and country songs, keeping summer dreams alive. Friday night on the Midway, nothing fancy, nothing new, just old back roads, bright fair lights, and another night with you. If happiness has an address, I know exactly where it'll be. Every Friday night on the Midway. We wandered through the game booths, I tried my luck at every stand. Missed the bottles, missed the balloons, still you cheered me like I'd planned. An old man played the fiddle outside the livestock barn. Folks gathered all around him like they'd heard him since the farm. We split a funnel cake covered high with powdered snow. You laughed when sugar hit my shirt, said now everybody knows. Children raced with glowing bracelets, teenagers lined up for rides. Grandparents filled the picnic tables, watching generations collide. Friday night on the Midway, every laugh becomes a song. The music sounds a little sweeter when your favorite girl's along. Friday night on the Midway, underneath the county sky, holding hands, making plans, watching fireworks climb. Every little memory starts with nights like these. Friday night on the Midway. The pie contest wrapped up early, blue ribbons proudly hanging high. Farmers gathered near the tractors, trading stories with a smile. The dance floor slowly filled again, boots tapping to the beat. Young love circled older love, keeping perfect time in sync. We joined them for a two-step, though I stumbled now and then. You laughed and whispered in my ear, I'd still pick you every time again. That simple little sentence hit deeper than you knew. Some words don't need a melody, they become the melody for you. Years from now we'll probably laugh at pictures from these summer nights. Your windblown hair, my crooked hat, the Ferris wheels, old neon lights. Maybe we'll bring our children here, buy them tickets for the rides, watch them make the same sweet memories with wonder in their eyes. Life has a way of changing fast, seasons come and seasons go, but every summer finds a way to lead us back to what we know. Friday night on the Midway still feels like coming home, where every smile is genuine and nobody stands alone. Friday night on the Midway, the stars all seem so near. If time could stop, I'd ask it to. Right here, right now. Every laugh, every song, every slow dance lasting long. I'll keep driving these old back roads as long as wheels can turn, to spend another Friday night on the Midway. The last ride slow, the band packed up, the moon climbed high, and as we drove beneath the stars, the fair faded in the mirror. There's something about a summer evening when the heat finally gives way. The sky turns gold, the crickets wake, and another county fair begins to play. You can smell the popcorn on the breeze, hear the band tuning down the lane, and before the first ride even starts, you know this year's won't be the same. I parked beside the baseball field where old trucks stretched row by row, everybody dressed in Sunday smiles, ready for the evening show. The Ferris wheel stood quiet still, waiting for the sky to fade, its colors hidden by the daylight till the sunset slipped away. Then I saw you crossing Main with your boots kicking up the dust, holding your little sister's hand while the whole town filled with us. You looked my way and waved hello like it was the easiest thing to do. Funny how one simple moment can change your whole point of view. The lights blinked on, the music played, the night was finally ours, and somewhere overhead the first fireflies began, competing with the stars. Fireflies, Ferris wheels, and first love, that's what summer's made of. Dusty boots and small town dreams, life's even sweeter than it seems. Fireflies, Ferris wheels, and first love, everything we're dreaming of. Hold me close, don't let this end, let's be young again and again. We shared a paper basket filled with fries and barbecue. You stole the last onion ring, said, guess that means I win this too. I shook my head and laughed out loud. You've been winning all night long. You answered with a little grin, maybe that's where I belong. We stopped to hear the burgers man playing beneath the trees. Every fiddle note came floating on that warm July breeze. An old couple danced together like they'd never missed a beat. 40 years inside, their footsteps still look light upon their feet. You whispered, I hope that's us. I looked into your eyes and thought I wouldn't trade that dream for anything in life. Simple things are more than enough. One slow dance, one county song, one place where we belong. Fireflies, Ferris wheels, and first love still fit like an old work glove. Summer skies humping wide, with you standing by my side. The fireworks began exploding, painting colors through the dark. Children gasped at every burst, while each one lit another heart. The Ferris wheel kept turning slow, like it knew to savor time. Every glowing circle whispered, don't rush through this life of mine. We climbed aboard one final ride, looking out across the land. The barns, the church, the winding creek, all resting in God's hands. You lean your head against my shoulder, never said a single word. Sometimes silence sings much louder than anything you've ever heard. One day these lights will all grow dim, the rides will pack and move along. The ticket booths will all come down, the speakers play one final song. But every summer finds a way to wake these memories again, with the smell of fresh cut hay and laughter on the evening wind. Maybe that's what growing older means, not leaving yesterday behind, but carrying it gently like a favorite country tune. You never stop humming fireflies, Ferris wheels, and first love. That's the story all summers tell. Simple nights, small town skies, where forever somehow fell. Fireflies, Ferris wheels, and first love still fit us like they always have. Every July, every year, I can almost see you here. Take my hand one more time before these fair lights fade. We'll always find our way back home, where the fireflies dance, the Ferris wheel turns, and first love never grows old. The music faded, the Midway empty. Every July that old gravel road starts calling my name again, like an old friend waiting by the fence saying, come on back, my friend. Windows down and radio loud, dust rolling behind my wheels. There ain't a better road in this whole world than the one that leads to the fairgrounds still. The mailbox numbers flew right by, the creek crossed under County 9. Fresh cut hay lay in the fields, and the evening couldn't look more fine. Every porch had someone waving, kids were chasing dogs around. The church bell echoed through the valley, a familiar comforting sound. Then I saw those carnival lights peeking over the old oak trees, like a million little fireflies floating gently on the breeze. And standing by the welcome sign with your boots beneath that dress was the reason every summer always seemed to be the best. I didn't need a map to find you, didn't need to wonder where. Every road in this small county always led me there. Take the back road to the fairgrounds, where the summer never ends, where every turn brings one more memory and strangers turn to friends. Take the back road to the fairgrounds, past the fields of waving corn. That's where every country love song feels like it was born. Under painted evening skies, with your hand holding mine, we'll keep following that back road to the fairgrounds. The Midway buzzed with happy voices, games and laughter filled the air. Someone won a giant teddy bear, someone braided ribbons in your hair. The pie judges had their hands full choosing peach from apple spice. Grandpas argued over tractors like they always had for life. The livestock barns were full of stories, kids showing calves with nervous pride. Parents cheering from the railings, trying hard not to cry. You pulled me toward the Ferris wheel, said last one to the gate buys pie. Let you in without a fight, just to see that smile in your eyes. Take the back road to the fairgrounds, where the music fills the night, where every porch light fades away beneath the carnival lights. Take the back road to the fairgrounds, leave the busy world behind. Some of life's best destinations don't show up on highway signs. They're found beneath the county moon, walking slowly next to you down the back road to the fairgrounds. The dance floor echoed with old favorites, fiddle bows were flying fast. Young hearts made brand new memories, old hearts smiled about the past. Children carried glowing necklaces, running through the open field. Teenage boys showed off old pickups, polished chrome and shiny wheels. We watched the fireworks together burst above the Ferris wheel. Every color painted promises words could never quite reveal. Then the loudspeaker thanked everyone for another wonderful year. A little sadness found our smiles, knowing morning soon was near. Life keeps sending people forward, miles away from where they start. But there are roads that never leave us, because they're written on the heart. Whenever work gets overwhelming, whenever winter feels too long, I can hear those summer crickets joining every country song. I close my eyes and find myself driving through that evening air, following that dusty road that always ends with you standing there. Take the back road to the fairgrounds, where forever still feels young, where every season finds another country song to sing along. Take the back road to the fairgrounds, where first this life may lead, no matter how the years may fly, I'll always find my way again when the county fair lights shine. Down the back road to the fairgrounds, the tail lights faded, the crickets sang, dust settled softly somewhere beyond the next hill. That old back road still leads straight to you. All day long the sun burned bright on fields of corn and rows of hay, but everybody knew the best part wouldn't come till the end of the day. The ride stood still against the sky, waiting for the stars to appear. Then somebody flipped that old switch, and the lights came on at the fair. Every bulb along the Midway sparkled like a mason jar, full of little lightning bugs trying hard to outshine the stars. The Ferris wheel became a beacon, turning slow above the trees. You could hear the laughter rolling, carried by the evening breeze. I saw you near the ticket booth with a ribbon in your hair. You smiled before I reached your side, like you'd been waiting there. You said, "Looks like we made it." I tipped my hat and grinned. Best night of the whole year is finally here again. The band struck up a country tune, boot heels started keeping time. Some nights don't ask permission, they simply steal your heart. The lights came on at the fair, and suddenly love was everywhere. In every smile, in every song, like we'd been waiting all year long. The lights came on, the worries disappeared, just small town dreams and summer cheer. Take my hand, let's lose track of time, while the county fair still shines. We wandered through the handmade crafts, stopped beside the old bake hall. Blue ribbon pies and homemade jams had half the county standing tall. The blacksmith worked beside his fire, making horseshoes one by one. Children watched with wide-eyed wonder, like history had just begun. The little train circled the pond, parents waved with happy pride. Tiny cowboys tipped their hats, enjoying every little ride. Then the smell of smoked barbecue mixed with kettle corn so sweet. Every corner of the fairgrounds felt like home beneath our feet. The lights came on at the fair, magic floating through the air. The fiddles played, the people sang, every church bell almost rang. The lights came on, the moon climbed high, fireflies joined the painted sky. Every memory started right here when the lights came on at the fair. The dance floor filled with neighbors, young and old, all side by side. No one cared about perfection, only sharing one good night. Naima clapped beside the stage, Grandpa called for one more tune. Teenagers forgot their phones just to dance beneath the moon. You rested softly on my shoulder while the slow song filled the air. I whispered I could stay forever. You answered, meet me here next year. I didn't need another promise, didn't need another plan, because forever sometimes starts with simply taking someone's hand. Years will change these country roads, some old barns may fade away. Little kids will all grow older and find their own fairgrounds someday. The Ferris wheel might get replaced, the paint may slowly start to peel, but every summer evening we'll still remember how we felt. Because love isn't built on grand occasions or castles standing tall. Sometimes it's built beneath carnival lights, where ordinary hearts become unforgettable. The lights came on at the fair and everything became more clear. Home wasn't just a place to stay, it was standing there with you. The lights came on, our hearts lit too. Every dream somehow came true. If tomorrow calls us far apart, this night will always find my heart. When summer comes and daylight fades, I'll still be looking down those back roads, waiting for that moment when the lights come on at the fair. The generators quieted, the ride stood still. The stars stayed overhead, and somewhere beyond the old county line, those fair lights are still glowing. There's a little stand by the front gate, painted white with faded blue, where they pour the coldest cherry lemonade, and that's where I first saw you. The sun was low, the band tuned up, the Midway started coming alive. Another county fair in our hometown, another perfect summer night.
You were laughing with your girlfriends, trying not to spill your drink. The breeze kept stealing strands of hair before you could even blink. You caught me staring just a second, then smiled like we'd always known. Every noisy ride around us somehow left us there alone. I walked over feeling nervous, boots crunching on the gravel lane. Said, mind if I buy the next round? You answered, only if you'll stay. So we leaned against that old wood fence, watching children run and play. Funny how one simple moment can change your whole life's way. The loudspeaker called the raffle, the Ferris wheel began to shine, but the only thing that mattered was you standing there by my side. Cherry lemonade and you, that's my favorite summer view. A painted sky country tune, a little love that came too soon. Cherry lemonade, so sweet, cowboy boots on dusty streets. Every sip, every smile made this old world worth the while. If heaven's got a county fair, I hope they serve it there. Cherry lemonade and you. We wandered down the Midway light, sharing one big paper cone. Fresh popcorn and roasted peanuts never tasted so much like home. You viewed me at the ring toss game, won yourself a little prize, then handed me that teddy bear with laughter in your eyes. We watched the livestock judging and cheered the local rodeo. You waved at folks you seemed to know wherever we'd happen to go. The old men gathered by the tractors, trading stories from long ago, while little kids chased fireflies that started putting on their show. Cherry lemonade and you, nothing else I'd rather do. We'll take it slow, no need to run. We're right where summer has begun. Cherry lemonade, so cold, making memories worth more than gold. One county road, one July sky, one reason I still smile. Every year I'll find my way back to this old fairground day. Cherry lemonade and you. The music drifted from the stage, a fiddle crying happy tears. Couples filled the dance floor like they'd done for 30 years. I held my hand out toward you, you didn't hesitate. We danced beneath the hanging lights like love itself could wait. The Ferris wheel kept turning high above the county square. Every time we'd reach the top, the whole world disappeared. You leaned against my shoulder as fireworks filled the sky. Every color told a story neither one of us could deny. One day these nights will be memories, photographs and picture frames. The lemonade stand might disappear and someone else might know our names. But love isn't made of buildings or ribbons, rides, or signs. It's built from little ordinary moments that somehow outlast time. It's the way you laughed when I spilled my drink, the way you stole my hat, the way you squeezed my hand when the fireworks started with lemonade. Cherry lemonade and you, still my favorite point of view. Every summer, every year, I find those memories waiting here. Cherry lemonade, so bright like the glow of county lights. Simple days, simple dreams, nothing sweeter than it seems. If I could live one night again, I'd choose that fair from way back when, with cherry lemonade. And you, cherry lemonade. And you. The last ride stopped. The band played one final song. The lemonade stand closed its window, and we drove those old back roads with sticky hands, happy hearts, and a love that tasted just like summer.
County road was lined with trucks, chrome shining in the evening sun. The smell of fresh cut hay rolled in, everybody knew Fair Week had come. The band was tuning by the stage, kids were racing gate to gate. There was something in the summer air that made the whole town celebrate. I spotted you by the old oak tree, boot heels tapping to the beat. Your denim jacket on one shoulder, dust already on your feet. You waved me over with a grin, like we'd planned this all along. Before I said a single word, you were already humming the song. The fiddles kicked the evening off, the steel guitar began to cry. Not the sad kind, just the kind that makes you raise your hands up high. You found a place beside the stage where the lights met country sky. You whispered, "Don't you dare stand still." I laughed and said, "I'll sure as heck try." Come on, let's go dancing in the dust, where every boot print tells a story, where the music's loud and the worries fade, and every night's a little glory. Spin me round, laugh out loud, forget what tomorrow brings. The moon can wait, the stars can watch, tonight belongs to simple things. We're dancing, dancing in the dust. The caller yelled, "Find your partner." Everybody hit the floor. Grandmas danced beside teenagers like they'd done 1,000 times before. Cowboy hats flew through the air. Someone let out a rebel yell. The whole place shook with happiness, like every heart had cast a spell. You stepped on both my boots at once, couldn't help but laugh out loud. You blamed it on the gravel floor, I blamed it on the cheering crowd. A little girl with missing teeth twirled beside her grandpa's side. Watching them somehow reminded me love just grows, it doesn't hide. The dust rose like a golden cloud, every spin made memories. If Joy had ever worn a pair of boots, it'd look exactly like this scene. Come on, let's go dancing in the dust, where every heartbeat keeps the rhythm, where the fiddles play till the crickets sing, and the night just keeps on living. Swing around, hold me close, leave the busy world behind. Some moments only happen once, tonight's one of those we'll always find. We're dancing, dancing in the dust. The pie contest had long since ended, fireworks were hours away. Still the dance floor kept on growing as the daylight slipped away. Farmers fresh from baling hay, teachers finally free from school. Young love mixed with silver hair, everybody looked so cool. The Ferris wheel turned quietly, watching over all below, like it knew these little evenings were the ones we treasure most. You rested your head against my arm as another song began. I thought to myself, if life could stay right here, I'd be the richest man. Years may leave these roads behind, fields may someday change their names. Kids grow up, the seasons turn, nothing ever stays the same. But somewhere there's an old dance floor built from weathered southern pine, where echoes of our boot heels still somehow keep perfect time. Whenever life gets heavy and the world moves much too fast, I'll close my eyes, hear that fiddle play, and dance right back into the past. Come on, let's go dancing in the dust, where every smile still shines forever, where county lights meet summer skies, and young hearts stay together. Take my hand, one more turn, while the band plays one more tune. We'll dance until the stars give way and wave goodbye to the moon. We'll keep on dancing in the dust. No trophy won, no prize to claim, no headline in the news, just one sweet night with you beside me, and a pair of dusty boots that never wanted to stop moving. The band packed up, the lights went dark, the gravel settled. But if you listen, on a warm July evening, you can still hear boot heels dancing in the dust. The sky was painted pink and gold, like somebody spilled a country song. The fair was waking up at dusk, where every summer heart belonged. Strings of lights began to shine across the old fairground again. Another year, another chance to feel 16 instead of 10. I heard your laughter through the crowd before I ever saw your face. It floated sweeter than the music coming from the old
bandstand stage. You stood beside the candy stand, trying hard to choose just one. Cotton candy, caramel apples, couldn't decide which looked more fun. I walked up with my lucky smile and 2 tickets in my hand. Said, if you save me half that candy, I'll show you every inch of this land. You laughed and bumped me with your shoulder, said you're pretty smooth tonight. I answered only during Fair Week, when everything just feels right. The evening breeze was warm and slow, the church bells echoed from the hill. The world outside could wait until tomorrow. Tonight belonged to us still. Cotton candy sunset melting in your smile, walking through the Midway, taking our sweet time. Every light was glowing, every dream felt true. Summer felt forever, every step with you. Cotton candy sunset, softest summer air. If love had a color, it was waiting there. We wandered through the craft displays, old quilts hanging side by side, each one stitched with little stories of hometown hearts and country pride. Children chased balloon bouquets, while grandpas judged the tractor show. Neighbors gathered on the benches, watching everybody they know. The fiddle player tipped his hat as couples danced across the square. Even strangers felt like family during county fair week there. You grabbed my hand without a word, pulled me toward the bumper cars, laughing louder every minute, like we'd stolen all the stars. Cotton candy sunset melting in your smile, every little heartbeat worth another mile. Every laugh we shared, every joke we told, turned another summer night into memories of gold. Cotton candy sunset, glowing soft and bright, somehow made forever, fit inside one night. The Ferris wheel kept turning slow, like it never wanted dawn. Every trip around the sky made us wish the night lived on. The smell of funnel cakes and smoke drifted through the evening breeze, mixed with fresh cut clover fields. and whispering maple trees. Neon's taller gold called us over with a grin, placed us in a wooden frame, said now smile and pull her in. That faded picture still survives, corners bent and colors worn, and every time I look at it, that summer night is reborn. Someday these boots may gather dust, these roads may lead us far away. The Midway rides might all grow quiet, and newer fares replaced to gay. But there'll always be a place inside where neon lights forever glow, where we're still walking hand in hand down paths only young hearts know. Some memories never wrinkle, they never lose their shine. The sun slipped low behind the pines as another fair day settled in. Old pickup radio sang country songs, another summer night began. The Ferris wheel woke up the sky with circles made of red and gold. Every light said stay a while, every breeze felt young and bold. You came running through the Midway, hair caught in the evening wind, holding two fresh lemon shakes with that smile I'd fall for again. The carousel was spinning slow, kids laughed from painted horses high. Somewhere someone played a fiddle that echoed through the twilight sky. We walked beneath the banner flags, past blue ribbon pies and handmade signs. Every booth had something shining, but your eyes outshined every light. I checked my watch without a word, nearly half the night was gone. You looked at me and softly grinned, let's pretend the clock is wrong. One more ride before midnight, one more song beneath these lights, one more slow dance on the old fairground before tomorrow comes around. One more laugh, one more kiss, one more moment just like this. If morning's waiting down the road, tonight's too good to let it go. One more ride before midnight, hold on tight, hold on tight. We climbed aboard the Ferris wheel, the operator tipped his hat. Every turn pulled us higher, looking down where we just sat. From way up there, the county fair looked like stars upon the ground. Every trailer, every tractor, every happy little sound. You pointed
toward the old church steeple, standing proud beyond the trees. Said someday we'd stand together, promise forever with the breeze. I couldn't find the perfect words, so I simply squeezed your hand. Funny how the quiet moments always say the most they can. The ride came down too quickly, like every perfect evening does. Still somehow it left forever, living quietly inside of us. One more ride before midnight, one more spin beneath the lights, one more chorus everyone can sing, one more memory summer brings, one more dream, one more chance, one more slow country romance. Let tomorrow wait outside, tonight belongs to you and I. One more ride before midnight, hold on tight, hold on tight. We wandered past the livestock barns, children feeding baby goats. Grandpas traded fishing stories, farmers laughed in dusty coats. The cakewalk started by the stage, old guitars filled up the air. Everybody knew the lyrics like they'd always been right there. The smell of barbecue and corn mixed with fresh cut summer hay. Fireflies danced beyond the fence and in another perfect day. Then fireworks climbed overhead, blooming colors through the dark. You leaned your head upon my shoulder, every burst lit up your heart. Years from now when life gets busy, bills replace these carefree days, we'll still remember county summers hidden in those golden rays. We'll tell our children how we met by rides that reached above the trees, how one warm night became forever, carried softly by the breeze. Maybe they'll find someone someday standing underneath these lights, learning love ain't always fancy. Sometimes love looks exactly like tonight. One more ride before midnight, one more wish beneath the stars, one more chorus everybody knows before it's time to head back home. One more smile, one more embrace, one more look upon your face. If this fair should disappear, these memories will stay right here. One more ride before midnight, that's where our forever starts. One more ride before midnight, every summer, every year, I'll meet you here. The trucks roll slowly on the quiet country road. Saturday rolled in with a sky so blue, not a single cloud to hide.
the sun. Every fence was dressed in red, white, and blue. Everybody knew Fair Week had begun. Pickup trucks filled the dusty field. Laughter carried on the summer breeze. You could hear the fiddles warming up long before you reached the trees. I found you by the flower show, laughing with your little sister there. Sunlight dancing in your hazel eyes, like it had settled in your hair. You wore those faded cowboy boots that matched the freckles on your nose, a little denim jacket tied around your favorite summer dress of rose. We wandered past the pie contest, stopped to watch the horses trot. You pointed at the biggest pumpkin, said that's gotta weigh a lot. Then the judge called out the winners, blue ribbons hanging proud and bright. You looked at me with that little grin that made the whole day feel just right. There wasn't much money in my pocket, just enough for lemonade. Funny how the richest memories never cared how much we made. Blue ribbon kisses, sweet as summertime. Under strings of glowing lights you were holding mine. Blue ribbon kisses, simple as could be. No grand parade, no diamond ring, just your hand inside of mine. Two young hearts without a timeline. Blue ribbon kisses, that's all we'd ever need. The tractor pull was loud as thunder, engines roaring through the night. Little kids climbed on their daddy's shoulders, trying to catch the better side. We cheered until our voices cracked, even though we knew no one. Sometimes cheering with the crowd is half the country kind of fun. Then we headed toward the Midway, music floating through the air. Every ride lit up the evening like stars that settled everywhere. You talked about your biggest dreams, a little house beside the creek, a front porch swing, a garden gate, and slowing down each passing week. I smiled and said, that sounds real nice. You laughed and bumped into my side, said maybe somebody ought to build it. I whispered, maybe I already tried. Blue ribbon kisses, sweet as summertime. Under strings of glowing lights you were holding mine. Blue ribbon kisses, simple as could be. No grand parade, no diamond ring, just your smile across the crowd, making every little moment loud. Blue ribbon kisses, that's all we'd ever need. We watched the ribbon winning quilts, hung with stories sewn in thread. Every patch another memory of words that never needed said. Grandpa carved a walking stick, while Grandma sold her peach preserves. Folks stopped by to shake their hands like they always had for years. The band struck up an old two-step. Couples filled the wooden floor. Boots were sliding, laughter rising like we'd heard 100 times before. You grabbed my hand before I asked, pulled me out beneath the lights. Neither one of us were dancers, but somehow everything felt right. Years will carry us away, roads will bend and seasons change. Some county fairs may disappear and kids won't know each family name. But somewhere in an old shoebox, a faded ribbon still will lie beside a picture of two young hearts, too busy laughing to ask why. Well, the sun was sinking slow behind the pines, painting every cloud in shades of gold. Dust was rising from those old back roads, like a story everybody knows. Pickup trucks lined the gravel lot, kids all laughing by the lemonade stand. Music drifted through the evening breeze, best night of the year across this land. Mama said don't stay too late. Daddy smiled and tossed me the keys, said bring her home before midnight, and don't drive too fast through the trees. I washed that Chevy twice that day, shined the wheels till they looked brand new. Had a clean white shirt and my old boots on, hoping every plan would all come true. The fair was glowing from a mile away, like stars had settled on the county ground. Cotton candy, popcorn in the air, every happy sound was all around. Then I saw you by the ticket gate, hair blowing soft beneath the summer sky. That little smile you gave to me still gets me every time. Meet me by the Ferris wheel, where the lights make everything feel real. We'll leave our worries somewhere down below and watch this little town begin to glow. Hold my hand when the ride gets high, we'll count the stars instead of asking why. It tonight is all we'll ever know. Let's make it one we'll never let go. Meet me by the Ferris wheel. That's where forever first felt real. Won't you a little stuffed blue bear? Though it took near half my paycheck, couldn't hit those bottles worth a dime, till you laughed and wished me luck instead. Finally rang that silver bell, whole crowd started cheering loud. You hugged me tighter than I dreamed, never felt so 10 feet off the ground. We shared fries in a paper shake, 2 straws in a vanilla cup. Talked about the places we'd go someday, though this town was always enough. There was music from the old dance stage, couples swinging underneath the lights. Grandpa's band was playing country songs that sounded just right tonight. Meet me by the Ferris wheel, where the lights make everything feel real. We'll leave our worries somewhere down below and watch this little town begin to glow. Hold my hand when the ride gets high, we'll count the stars instead of asking why. If tonight is all we'll ever know, let's make it one we'll never let go. Meet me by the Ferris wheel. That's where forever first felt real. Little kids ran with painted smiles. Fireflies danced beside the creek. Old men gathered by the tractors, talking harvest of another week. Grandma baked her famous pie, blue ribbons lined the country hall. Everybody knew somebody, it felt like family after all. The preacher waved from near the gate, coach was judging homemade pies. Neighbors laughed across the Midway, you could see joy in every eye. Sometimes life gets mighty fast, cities steal your peace away, but one small fair on one warm night can remind your heart to stay. Maybe years from now we'll drive with little boots in the backseat floor, tell our kids about this very place and how love opened up the door. We'll buy them lemonade and corn dogs, watch them laugh on every ride. Then I'll squeeze your hand again, just like I did that summer night. The Ferris wheel will still be turning, the music still will fill the air. Some things never really leave if your heart keeps finding them there. Meet me by the Ferris wheel, where our whole world learned to stand still. Every light became another dream, every smile brighter than it seemed. We'll chase tomorrow when it comes, tonight belongs to us alone. With every turn above this town, we've built a place that feels like home. Meet me by the Ferris wheel, young hearts learn just how to thrill. Meet me by the Ferris wheel, even when these old roads disappear, I'll still find you waiting there, under those summer county fair lights. The ride came down, the crowd moved on, the music slowly faded away. But every summer, when those lights return, I'm right back there, needing you by the Ferris wheel.